Hi everyone, welcome to another pick a card. Right now I'm downloading messages from Spirit that have to do with hope message anywhere, even for me included. So thanks so much for visiting again and for subscribing, for commenting. I appreciate it so much and it motivates me to keep channeling on this co-creation. Let's dive into your energy. Hi, group number one. Let's reach your energy with the animal card. There you go. Got the tiger. It might be right time for you to start some new practices in your day-to-day life. Some transmuting practices, and because it's the full moon, I feel like it's the great full moon to start it. So this card specifically talks about candle gazing practices, but also I want to tell you the fire element can also be moving a project or moving something else to transform it, to go to the next step, or to go maybe take a couple steps back. I mean, whatever it is, this kind of like sense of overcoming I'm hearing in career for a lot of you, but not necessarily. So the tiger, it's a lot of lunar forces, a lot of you on your moon right now, aka bleeding, or a lot of you are on a state of maybe being very emotional, and this is for any gender. um you're going to be purging a lot right now. Let yourself be tender, let yourself be carried, and que les apapachen y todo eso. Es el perfecto momento ahorita. If you're finding yourself overstimulated, um, it's best to really focus on being passionate, strong, and sensual. I mean, it may mean pertaining another party or just in your own practices of self care, self worship, self health, anything that has to do with uplifting your sacral chakra, your creativity, sexual power, your anything that has to do with, that very liberated spirit of joy. Exactly that. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these bones. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. You got the Knight of Wands. So with this Knight of Wands, take it in, please. I would say that right now it's the very moment to be enthusiastic about you making it this time. Maybe before you failed and you learned so much, but now it's time to finally achieve something that you thought you couldn't because you've tried before. But now it's the time, and it's that willingness of change and that fire element, of transforming it. Okay, let's see your oracle cards. You got Starseeing, and you got Reclaim Your Energy. Yes, it's about reclaiming maybe that sensuality that is also your creative joy, that is also your abundant divine connection. Because if you think about it, if you're really connected infinitely to anything, everything, you are abundant. There is no loss, there is no lack or scarcity. So I feel bad because you're reclaiming your energy. It's necessary for you to see all this infinite love you are, and you come from your ancestors, your star ancestors, your earth ancestors, your all the planets ancestors. Um, and having the Knight of Wands, which is also fire card, it's gonna be really matching that frequency. So you have this one right now of fire element to transform, to directly start it, even if this is not the first time you've started it. Mm. Hmm. That's what I'm feeling for you, group number one. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if anything resonates. I'll say it again and again because I would love to hear from community. This is my purpose right here. It's not to hear myself talk all day, but also know what the audience is thinking, lo que los videntes quieren, preguntar a las cartas. So yeah, it's really important for me, whoever's seeing this, to tell me what is something personal that drives a question that I'll ask the cards or the tarot. And thank you so much again for visiting. Ahí nos vemos. Hi, group number two. How are y'all? Take a deep breath. What are you creating right now? I'm here for you specifically. What are you literally writing from scratch, amasando to make that cake? What is the base ingredients you're focusing on obtaining right now? Spirit says it's contradictional. I'm hearing. Don't know anything else about it, but I'm hearing that it's contradictory. Okay, mi español ya se tradujo bien. Whatever forces you're seeing, very opposite, or opposed. I heard. Oh wow, maybe opposed for you. Maybe it's literally two other energies fighting related to you, or you and the other energy, or maybe it's opposite energies of like things that you want to choose. It's just they're different, and you have different experiences, different past mistakes, different results that maybe you liked, but now you want to like perfection something. I'm hearing again the cooking ingredients, and they're very opposite and contradictory. I'm hearing. So yeah, just to confirm, this is the right reading for you, group number two. Okay. So you got the spider as your first card. Take it in. It's an earth element, as you can see on the very top symbol. Okay. Awesome. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented. Okay, so that is second confirmation of maybe you're focusing too much on the outcome of certain things, certain people. Be and soon your work becomes like a weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry, and abundance flows. Okay, so when in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. Yeah, and I'm here. A lot of you are already prosperous, so you're I think on that side of the coin, and you might be focusing more on like, okay, how to level up or how to perfection something. Maybe even you, maybe some of you are going to, you know, mental self-care for the first time. Maybe some of you are going to something fun, class that you liked before but you hadn't taken before. It's like you're trying to perfection maybe your schedule during the day. I'm hearing. Okay, so if you feel discouraged, tired, and forlorn, I don't know what the forlorn is, but if anyone does, please let me know. F-I-O-R-L-O-R-N. Okay, moving on. It says to bring into balance playful creativity. Yeah, so you want to go back to something and maybe taking a class of something that you really enjoy doing, and I'm happy for you because that's gonna grow your prosperity even more. So really, like the spider says right here, it's about creator of prosperity through life's work, dharma. So maybe this can be financial for you. You got the star card for tarot, and this is gonna bring something very good results kind of thing. Like you're already feeling that the results are going to be good, otherwise you wouldn't be risking it maybe. But this is kind of exactly about that. Your reading is about risking it even if at some point it seems not promising, to keep going, to do your dharma. I mean, if it's career related, then there you go, you're gonna have to trust, literally dejar todas las expectativas y déjense caer, que solita la telaraña los junta, ¿ok? La tejedora, la creadora. Ooh, you got, I can again. I just have to. Wow, that feels good. It feels like you're on the right track. You got sacral chakra to pay attention to right now, and you got internal explorer. And yeah, I just connected the dots that I was talking about, creating life, creating your reality, your prosperity, and also having that very like sense of an optimistic outlook to this renewal, with the star, like the sacral chakra being the very chakra of creativity, not just life literally, but anything else, your reality, your relationships, your sense of dharma. I feel like it also fits in this category because you're creating from a place of curiosity and awe, and you're letting go of all of the maybe shame, self-doubt, or just guilt of receiving. You know that it's been a ongoing pattern for you. So let's have a look at the internal explorer. Flow state, accessing infinite information but going within. Wisdom from the collective consciousness. Theta waves, channeling, breaking free from limiting intellect. Creative boldness, being guided by the divine spark. You already hold the keys. Okay. Divinatory, meaning you're invited to explore the state of flow. This card is also a reminder that you're infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed. So go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. Group number 2, and it's exactly sacral chakra is chakra number 2. So if you want to visualize orange light bathing over your womb area, your pelvic area, you can also draw a symbol. Ya se la saben that I'll leave this symbol here as focused as I can from a phone camera. You guys can pause and maybe draw it. And it's the symbol from a real channeling painter of this deck and authors this deck. So I would trust the symbols. Up to you. Okay. So Spirit, anything else that you need to confirm to group 2 about working on their sacral chakra and their internal explorer? Escuché en español, con la araña tejedora es fácil salirse de la realidad porque te vas a muchos lugares, muchos lugares. So that's why internal explorer is coming out. The download came through in Spanish, but I said if the spider that which weaves a lot is distracted and pulled out of the reality, that is going through, because it has so many paths and so many spider webs each direction, to focus and your internal explore yourself and your shadow work to know really, okay, what do I need to release now from fear to actually be going on my path, keep going on my path, don't get distracted. Okay, that's all I have for you. Happy transformation, cosmic upcoming for you, because that's what's going on. And thank you. Let me know what resonates in the comments. Yeah, bye. My cat was meowing in the door, so I had to close the window so we can have the most quiet. This reading, um, y me prendí uno de una vez. So for this reading, I felt like there was a lot of transmutation needing. Like, I want to clear, the area, the mental space, emotional space, the spiritual connection, as my vessel, and as of whoever's watching this, you might need to do that retreat. I hear that you have a lot of divine gifts that you might want to go and explore, even if you're just beginning to. Um, it's just the most fun. Let me tell you personally, it's the most fun when you're beginning to explore those and discover so much of your own essence. You might want to explore that. Some of you would like symbolizing vibration, which is also called light language with hand movements. Okay, what else, Spirit? Candles and incense are part of this. As you see the smoke or the flame dance, you are this element, very element. If you're a fire sign in your zodiac or moon or ascendant, then there you go. Or if you have a lot of fire on your chart, if you want to look up that, I would recommend you to look that, because I feel like, wow, I'm getting a lot, guys. The fire is also the fire and the desire to knowledge, to have knowledge about yourself. So if you haven't already, maybe explore your natal chart, and it's a lot of information, let me say, but you guys got it because you know how to separate your time very good. I'm hearing something like that, that you know how to divide portions. Like maybe some of you are really organized when reading, and you can read a little portion each day and always have it there to go back to, like a guide. um there's Vedic astrology as well. I'm not saying you should look for a certain type of astrology, but as I know of, there's those two, maybe more. So go beyond, it doesn't need to be an astral chart. It needs to be something that you feel the need as a tool to fulfill that knowledge of your own inner self. Okay. Let's see what cards you got. You got the rabbit. Look at this cute card. Okay. You got the element of earth. Afraid of everything, overwhelmed or frozen. Yeah, if in the beginning of the reading, I don't know if you noticed, but I had to really sit still. And I was channeling, through a point of this ritual in which I ask, okay, what needs to be transformed? What do they need to hear? Um, Transformation can look very sharp, very rapid, very upsetting, and that can make you either fight or flight, freeze. And I think that you guys are some of the people that freeze a lot to transmute, to cope. It doesn't mean that you're wrong for it or that you're weak. It means that this is the kind of channeling and this is the confirmation for your group to make sure you chose the right pile. I'm letting you know this information I'm getting. And now let's begin. It says to bring into balance, over sensitive. Okay, do you need a day of silence? Yeah, because I feel jaded right now, like trying to read the one in balance and the one out of balance. And over explaining, talking fast. Okay, so yeah, you're receiving a lot of downloads very fast, and sometimes your coping mechanism is to freeze. Just remember to breathe. Just remember to take a moment to spark one, to drink some water, to stretch, whatever you need to do to stop, because that's also a good side of freezing, right? You actually stop to think about it and then to execute it. Once you've thought about it, you're not all jaded trying to be waning at it, or whatever. Yeah, to bring into balance, it's a day of silence for you. Okay. There's a lot of grief. And you'll know, I mean, who isn't nowadays most of the time, but if you're ever into a harsh period related to grief, al duelo de perder algo, alguien, then I would recommend to really like look for that silence and peace somewhere where you're not. Okay, sometimes we need to get out of the house, where we need to get out of the place we live, even if we feel most comfy there and their comfort zone, in our own space and energy. But sometimes you need to get out because nature will do wonders for you. And being the rabbit and an earth element, and right now my left eye is like, some hair got caught in there, and I'm like, that's my feminine. I'm like, that's my third eye chakra. So anything that has to do with your eyes and your third eye chakra, try to balance it. And it's the rabbit. The rabbit, it's carrots. Like carrots are good for your eyesight. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of orange here and red. So maybe your sacral chakra and ground chakra too. And grounding makes sense because it's the earth element. So you need to ground to have a day of silence, because you're very like problem solver, but you're very overwhelmed most of the time. So do that problem solving gift you have when you grounded and recharge, revitalized. When you've done all this for yourself, then go and do that. Then go and offer a service to the community. Then go and take that class. Then go and create that new attire you've been wanting to create. Yeah, if it's something like, like tirándole la rueda, then it's gonna be like tiring for you. Okay. Rabbit energy is alive when we're scared. So yeah, it makes sense that the lower chakras came out, and you seeing something with your feminine more, with your compassionate side a little bit more, and it'll make you transmute the fear and being like anxious, or even if not really scared, just trying to control, anxiously, like, I want this to happen, or I don't want this to happen, please, like, get out, where to go. But I feel like if you just let the flow go, it'll calm easily. And like, maybe your frozen part of you is not that bad. Maybe you need to take a freeze from the world and literally go on pilgrimage and have your day of silence, like it says in the book. Okay, let's get your card for justice. Okay, so Spirit is saying that it's someone from the past, for a group of you only, that keeps trying to prove something. It might be in family, in your core family, but someone related to you in the past might be trying to prove something, because the lower chakras, the orange and red, like being the root and the sacral, and that's shaped and formed with your main core people that you grow up with. um it's time for you to ground, to transmute that cycle, and find a coping mechanism, like the day of silence, to go through it. Because with justice, it's like it's also stuck in you, like blaming others in your sacral chakra, in your roots, like not feeling safe, not feeling stable, and life feeling always a sense of scarcity and having to run to make ends meet. Like all of that has to do with who you grew up as a child, and when you form your sacral and ground chakra, it's building a sense of you are, who you are, you're safe. And none of us And I mean, really, as a personal opinion, that none of us grow without a trauma. But yes, the rabbit is telling you it's okay, slow down, feel. You're not going through that, none of that bullshit like you were in the past, or going through somebody's path that gave you that bullshit like it happened in the past anymore. So you're safe and there's justice and your guys are taking care of you. Like you feel like you might be lost or whatever sometimes, but oh wow, they got your back and they got you moving. They got you moving energies. Look at those hands, like they got you transmuting energies. So you have a great spirit guide team because they wanted to communicate. You got the realm bridger, that's your confirmation oracle cards, and the life force energy. Either you used to like separate fights from family or friends or whatever before, or you still do, or you're just a really generous person that you get affected by war, like in your country, and like get depressed about it. You get affected by an animal suffering. You get affected by seeing so much scarcity in the lives of people in the streets. Um, you get affected by it. You just want to do something for them, but feeling hopeless, like you can't. Or you're just a realm bridger. You bring together, you know how to be in the astral and wake up to remember it. For example, you know how to connect with others through the astral if you're not able to in the physical. Okay, visionaries, architects of life, of the future, information from others' realms, bridging the seen with the unseen, inspiration, seeding a new earth, traversing different states of consciousness, birthing ideas from subtle reality, journeying, journeying. So yeah, it has something to do with not running to do all of these things maybe at the same time, to like work in the astral, to do something else, to ask something else. Maybe just let it flow and it'll come to you, because it will come to you when it's meant to be. Like if you're already a bridger, you don't need to ask for your missions. You'll get the missions set like with no effort, and it won't come from you anxiously looking for it from fear. It will come when you're calm, from love. When you're most at peace, it will come, and it's gonna be exciting. Let me tell you, when we embrace the energy of a lifestyle, being aware, we start to notice when we feel drained or ungrounded. We might feel flat or center after spending time with certain people or places. Our energy is our responsibility, and how we give it away becomes a conscious choice as we step into empowerment. But what about the fragments of self we gave away before we came to this awareness? Yes, it is possible to recover and restore yourself to wholeness. In shamanic practice, recapturing and reuniting with lost fragments of ourselves is called recapitulation. Even when we become aware of the patterning that unnecessarily chews up our energy, we might still feel drained by certain people or situations. When we grow our awareness by further and take note of the triggers, we see it is always our choice where our energy goes. Although it might not feel that way, we might feel we need to give to people that we most care about it in a way that depletes us. We might hold a subconscious sense of obligation to others, or a belief that our own needs cannot be met until we have taken care of everyone else. We may run ourselves ragged, meeting deadlines, keeping customers happy, living up to expectations, or ensuring we have everything our children require from us. Many of us expend energy through dharma, self doubt, self sabotage, anxiety, and fear. Okay. Sometimes we sense we are giving too much, but cannot see exactly how it is happening. or that our effort may be unproductive, even counterproductive. But it doesn't have to be like this. To claim more time and energy for yourself, look at what it is and isn't serving you. You might need to make changes in your external environment. Okay, this is for a lot of you about stop running anxious, trying to, caerle bien a todos o todas y estar en contacto con lo que tienen aquí adentro, specifically on your grounding and your creativity, your relating to others to receive love, to meaningful, healthy relationships, and stop trying to make ends meet for other points of view, other people, you know. And let me see with realm breacher, the planetary meaning. It encourages you to be aware to of where the energy is going. If you're not in your optimal energy level, it invites you to consider the core of why this might be. You might have the power to own your energy and choose where you direct it. Look at situations that trigger drama and anxiety and reduce energy loss. They attach from environments or people that are not healthy for you. It is up to you to make the shift. Victim mentality is no help. So realize that you have the power to transform your life and choose healing and self empowerment. It's time to kickstart upward spiral and abundant energy and soul presence. Okay. Si se sienten chingo. So you're here to own your motherfucking place. Mira, agarraste esta carta. The first energy, which is all about look how they're owning themselves. Look how the light and spirit and everything that's divine seems to just dance around your soul when you just connect to it. Even your polarities come together as these dolphins, as I'm getting, and your volcano, as I am getting in the back, is the transmutation power that you have. And then all of this bliss comes, and you finally ground. You know, her waist and below peeing in the water symbolizes as a download for me right now that she's grounding her root chakra, her sacral chakra. Exactly the two chakras that came with the bunny. And you feeling like you're okay. Your roots are there. You're there connected. You will not disappear and get lost. You are safe in your own body. You're safe to revitalize yourself. Okay, let's read that one. It is time for celebration. Revel in the bliss of being alive. This is an incredibly healing card packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. It reminds you to seek a joy and upliftment in everything you do as much as possible. Yeah. Also, like, do your schedule, do whatever you need to do, but also stick in the fun activities in that. Same goes for like if you're a teacher, you doing your kids' schedule. Like it's you. Everything's a reflection. You're working on your inner child's joy and ease, and able to feel grounded and stop running around like a bunny and anxiety from fear and thinking that they need to do all of this to not miss out. That kind of energy, like calming it down, grounding and purifying it. Look up those two lower chakras, the first two chakras. Maybe you're coming from group number 2. But if this is your reading, it says, consider the foods you eat, the environments you spend your time in, the people in your life, and even the things you wear. Increase your awareness of their journey, how they came to be in your world, and their energetic resonance. Are they alive and vibrant? You might also be inspired to work with healing energies such as Reiki or with the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. So, group number 3, that was all that came through for your reading. I feel like you're in a good path knowing and accepting yourself to be, in this fucking capitalist system productive as possible, but it's time. It's time to let go of that anxious little being inside you running around, jumping around, not taking rest to revitalize, not taking time to take care of mental and emotional health. But also, you've seen because you see it even in dreams if you're not paying attention to it. In this plane, oh, your guides will make sure you do in your dreams and vision and whatever for some of you. But in science, and I think the life force energy might mean time to do a ritual in the water. I know it's the fire full moon, being the zodiac of Sagittarius and stuff, but look up Vedic and look up other options because I haven't. I don't know much about it, but I know there's other optional alternative, sites of where the full moon is at. And maybe it's not even Sagittarius. For some of you might be in your Vedic. You have a lot of water. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and see you later on the next reading. Adios, mucha armonía y paz.